When you are at the very bottom, you have the most chance for growth. When you are at the deepest depths of some pain or a pain point in your life, if you're going through some stuff, that is the most opportune time for you to step in and use that for growth. Most people just want to mask their pain with substances, alcohol, become the victim, have this victim mentality. But what you don't understand, or most people don't understand, is that you need to use that time to really kind of sit in your pain, take it all in. Don't mask it with anything, learn from it and grow. If you continuously just mask your pain with alcohol, with weed, with drugs, with sex, whatever the case may be, whatever your vice is to help you mask certain pain in certain circumstances, you're never going to learn from it. You're never going to get better. And if you sit here and you just play this whole victim mentality role, you're never going to get better. Instead of playing the victim, take accountability. Even if it's something you had no control over, something happened to you and it wasn't your fault, you weren't the cause of it, take accountability for it. Because if you don't take accountability for it and you just continuously sit there and say, you know what, woe is me, I'm never going to get over this, why does everything always happen to me, blah, 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 that's how your life's going to go forever, right? But if you sit there and you take accountability and say, well, this certain situation happened to me, what could I have done to avoid it? What could I have done to not place myself in that certain situation or setting to where this couldn't have even happened at all? Learn from it and go from there. So instead of complaining, being the victim, think, what can I do to use this certain circumstance to get me to the next level or to make sure that this never happens again, right? And again, let's say you're at the very bottom. You are dead broke. You are in a shitty circumstance. Like everything feels like it's not going your way. Good. Do you know why? Because that means that you only can go up from there. If everything was going well in your life and you were just on top of everything, nothing ever happened to you, I mean, that's awesome, right? That's how all of us would probably like it to be. But that's just not how life works. Most of the time, we're going through trials and tribulations. We're going through things that we weren't expecting to happen or things that we really don't want to happen, of course, right? That's part of life. Life is a struggle. Who said that life was supposed to be easy? Who said that life is just supposed to be happy and everything? Like, it's not. And the reason is because we have to create our own life that we want and work on it day by day by day. And that's going to include the lows. You're going to have really low lows. You're going to have really high highs. But if you don't have those lows and highs, you're not going to realize like what's good and what's bad. But if you are, again, starting at the very bottom, you are not making any money, you have nothing to lose, you only have up to go, right? If you're in a certain circumstance where you feel like you're the victim, where else can you go but up? And if you're just going to sit there and try and mask the pain with, again, substances like alcohol, weed, whatever the case may be, you're not going to learn from that. And so if you go through a shitty circumstance and you're not learning from it, then you're probably going to repeat it over and over and over again. And that's what I see all the time. And most of the time it comes back to alcohol or something like that. The people that I see the most that have certain circumstances that happen to them over and over and over again usually involves the same thing. Whether that is alcohol, whether that's a toxic relationship with someone, whether that's whatever their bad vices, something that they do that, is specific to them. But most of the time I can pinpoint, hey, well, what can we see as the common denominator of this situation? Well, let's pinpoint it to this. Well, what if you just subtracted this from your life? Do you think that these certain circumstances would happen to you over and over and over again? Probably not. And that's why what the most important thing is not focusing on like what more you can add into your life. It's what can you take out of your life that's going to get you to a better position. Most people are always thinking that, what more can I learn? What more can I do? What more can I... That's the wrong way to think about it. It's what can I do less of or get rid of completely that's going to put me in a better position, that's going to make me do better in life, right? And most people know what that is because it's the same thing that's probably held them back and created these roadblocks for them time and time again. And that's our own biggest enemy is ourselves. I can guarantee you, think about certain things that you do in your life that restricts you from getting to where you want to be. Are you over drinking? Do you have a hangover the next day to where you don't want to do anything? Are you performing at your peak excellence that you possibly can? And probably not. And then if not, what is that thing that you could take away that would help? So let's say if you have a shitty diet, right? They say you can never outwork a bad diet. And that's true. You can have good genetics, you can have a really good gym session, but if you're constantly eating bad foods, drinking alcohol, you're going to be constantly gaining weight. But if you take out the shitty things of your diet, let's just talk about it like this. Okay, my diet, what can I do? What can I eat better to get more jacked? Well, how about it's about what you don't eat? So instead of what can I eat that's going to get me in better shape, it's more like what should you not eat? Like what can I not eat? Well, don't eat the cookies. Don't eat the box of freaking Oreos. Don't eat the chips. Count your macros. Keep track of where you're at during the day. So it's about what not to eat, not what to eat, because most of it is very easy. Everyone knows, eat some chicken and rice, eat a high protein diet, mid to low fats, some decent carbs. But when you're taking away certain things, that's when you can grow. That's when you can start to see gains, right? So same with your personal life. If there's something in your personal life that you can take out that's going to get you the gains that you're looking for. Because again, this is addictions, right? Like we have certain addictions to things that don't serve us. If it doesn't serve you, it doesn't deserve you. If it's something in your life that you like to do because you're addicted to it and it's fun, like drinking or smoking or whatever else, but it doesn't put you forward on your path of where you want to go, that needs to be one of the first things to go. So you take that out. Just take that out. So eliminate some of the things instead of adding some of the things. Just see where that gets you. And you have to take it time by time. If you stop drinking right now or stop doing something in your life right now, in 2 weeks, you're not going to be the best person, or, it's not going to make monumental changes. But take it out for 6 months. Take that toxic relationship out for 6 months. See how much growth you actually do have. And so you can do this with trial and error as well. But again, most of you all know what you need to do to take certain things out of your life that's going to put you in a better position, that's going to put you closer to achieving your goals. And it's up to you to do it. And it's up to you to be strong and have, good self-positive will to where you're going to say, I'm not going to do these things. I'm continuously going to leave them out. That's it. That's all you got to do. And we all struggle with this, right? I struggle with things myself, and that's why I'm making this video today, because people around me or myself, I know certain things that I could do without right now that will put me way closer to my goals. But I'm really focusing and saying, okay, this is something that I know is blocking me from where I want to go. And that's the other thing too, right? Like, so if you're working really, really hard to accomplish your goals, but you're sprinkling in some of these things that are taking you away from getting to where you want to be, it's like you're running up an uphill battle with your own self, and you're the one self-sabotaging. So if you just stop self-sabotaging, get rid of all the vices, you're going to be able to move the needle a lot quicker. So instead of saying, what else can I do? What else can I take out? What else can I take out of my life that is putting me back further and further, that is giving me a setback, every day, every week? What is giving me a setback that I could get the roadblocks out of the way? They're like speed bumps in your life, right? Like you have to slow down, but actually not even speed bumps. They actually take you back. So again, like let's say you're in a positive mood, you're in a positive work habit, you have everything dialed in for 2 weeks, and then something happens where it disrupts your life. And then all of a sudden you're thrown off for a couple days. And then maybe you don't even get it back on track for like another few days. That's a complete setback. You have to kind of recalibrate, figure out exactly what you were doing before, figure exactly what path you were trying to do. And then it's like you're just playing catch up. So more, not even like a speed bump. You're basically like hitting a wall going backwards, hitting a wall going backwards. So eliminate the things that are not serving you, and you will guaranteed be so much more successful, so much more further along your path of where you're looking to be, that you're going to realize, what was I doing before? And it's just staying consistent. So stay consistent, get rid of all the vices and all the shit that is not serving you, and you're going to make it.